Hey gang, Jim Farmer here. It's Friday, it's the 22nd, it's lunchtime, and I'm coming through the marina, and I just wanted to go over a couple things that I've been using this week. I haven't been able to fish a whole lot this week, but I have been getting out a little bit here and there. So actually there's about 5 different rods that I've had on the deck this week. So I'll talk about a few of them and what I've been doing to catch fish on the rods that I've been using. So first off, let's see here. Let's talk about the spoon. This week I started using the spoon. This is a 5-inch Georgia Blade spoon. This is kind of a chrome blueback blue color, and also I've been using a pearl white 5-inch Georgia Blade spoon too. And started out this week, just had the urge to throw a spoon. It's getting to be that time of year where the spoon works. So I'll tell you, there on the video, later on this video, I'll show you how I caught a nice one this morning on the pearl spoon. But there's a couple different ways I'm using this spoon, and you can kind of see in the video. But I'm casting it out. I'm pretty much letting it sink to the bottom and just controlling my sink so I can feel it kind of flutter down, because it's going to flutter down to the bottom. And I'm kind of throwing it on the ends of points and out on the humps, places where I know there's not a lot of structure to get hung up in. So, you know, these long, flat points, that's a good place to throw the spoon. Early in the morning, it's like the white pearl color, and then when the sun gets out, you know, and you want to switch over to your chrome flashy stuff, because the flashy stuff is what gets them after the sun gets up. So just cast it out, let it sink to the bottom, flutter down to the bottom, control your sink, and just give it a good old pull, you know, a big, long, hard pull. And then just kind of wind down your slack from the pull, let it flutter back down. Usually these fish are going to hit it on the way down, or they're going to hit it when it's fluttering down after you've pulled on it. Sometimes they'll hit it right when you start to pull up on it, but a lot of times they like to hit it when it's fluttering down. So you want to control your drop on this thing when it flutters back down. You want to keep your excess line reeled in. You want to be able to feel that thing flutter back and forth as it's going down, and you'll be able to see your rod tip kind of bouncing as it flutters down. But that's one way I've been doing it. Another way I've been doing it is vertically under the boat. Say, you know, you cast it out, you're bringing it back, you know, you're bringing it back to the boat, you look down and you see like a school chasing it. What you can do is just let this thing free fall straight down under the boat. The school will chase it down, and sometimes they'll react to it after it hits the bottom and you start cranking it up. And you'll see a nice catfish did just that earlier this week in the video later on. But anyway, that's the spoon. It's Georgia Blade, 5-inch is what I've been using. White pearl, low light, cloudy conditions, a lot of wind. Switching over in the sunny conditions, a lot of sun, you want to switch over to the flashy chrome stuff. So that's that. Also this week, the second bait that I've been catching them on, I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. That's the popper. I've been throwing it all week, and I've been catching some fish on it. I won't say I've been catching some big fish on it. I've had some nice ones blow up on it, but you know, I think I had one that was around 3 pounds. But you know, there was like a gaggle of 2-pounders that were hitting this thing, and it was just over brush. If there was chop, if there wasn't any chop, maybe I could get them to come up and hit it. But if there was chop and it was a brush pile and 25-30 feet of water, I could start splashing this thing around the top of the brush pile and get one to come out. And usually it was going to be a, you know, 1 to 2 pounder, 2.5 pounders, something like that. But you know, it was fun fish, and I knew the popper was going to start working sooner or later. So it's another option that I've been using. Another one that I've been using this week, and it started out real good. Today it kind of stunk, but the rest of the week it's been good. And that's the G-Fix 80 spy bait in the American shad pattern. You know, I was throwing the ghost minnow, and it seemed to kind of sputter out. Maybe they're just getting used to seeing it. But picked up the American shad, started throwing it out there on some of those main lake humps. Started catching them on that, and it's just the same stuff that I've been doing. Cast it just as far as you can. count it down to 10 and slowly bring it back in. So that's it with that. You should be able to catch some fish on this. If not this, the ghost minnow's always a good selection too. And I'll tell you something else. I don't do this very much anymore, but it's the right time of year to do it, and I won't pass it up. That's why I got it tied on. But this time of year is when the stripers are schooled up and they're kind of suspended in that deeper water. You know, you might be over 90, 100 feet of water, and there might be some stripers like 50, 60, 70 feet down. Well, one thing you can do, you can tie on one of these Captain Mac bucktails. An ounce and a half or 2 ounce works pretty good. Like the heavier the better, because you get it down quick and you can control that 2 ounce. So a lot of times I'll use the 2 ounce, but it's a Captain Mac. Put it on your bait caster, heavy line. You get over a school of those suspended stripers, just drop it straight down and reel it straight back up through the school. One of them big old stripers is bound to hit it. And I've got a few videos. If you go to my YouTube page and just type in Captain Mac bucktail, you're gonna see a really nice striper that I caught on one of Captain Mac's bucktails, just dropping it down into a school of stripers while I was bass fishing. But that's another thing to keep tied on this time of year, is that Captain Mac bucktail, that heavy one, you know, that one and a half, 2 ounce. 2 ounce if you can get it. Put a big old paddle tail on there, like a 4-inch paddle tail, something like that, or even a 5-inch, and just drop that thing down on them stripers whenever you mark them under the boat in that deeper water. And the last thing is a drop shot. I haven't used it a whole bunch this week, but I did get, I got some worms from my buddy K-Bad and KBD Baits, and he makes a pretty cool, this is kind of a green and a blue mixture. It's one that I used to paint a good bit, and I called it the Sand Key pattern. And I think that Kevin calls it the Nuclear Sky or something like that, but real cool color. So I've been dropping that a little bit this week. And also got to drop the Blue Lily, LJ's Lanier Baits Blue Lily. Been dropping that too. So I've been kind of swapping off between K-Bad's worm and LJ's Blue Lily worm. And getting a few here and there, especially in the afternoon, like late afternoon, in the evening time. That's when that drop shot bite really starts to shine. But that's what I've been doing this week, and I haven't done one of my videos in a while to tell you what's on the deck. So that's what I'm doing this week and what's been on the deck. So if you get out this weekend, good luck. That's a good one. got this guy. It's out on the end of a point, probably 30 feet of water, just letting that spoon drift down. You know, what I've been doing is just casting it, let it just kind of flutter down to the bottom, and then just slowly pull it up. And you saw what that got me there. One of these summertime big old bass on this Georgia blade. There you go. How about that guy? Good fish. White Georgia blade spoon. Another one on the Georgia blade this morning. White pearl. Another one on the Georgia blade. I'll show you what I did. Once What's it got to be about 10:30, something like that. When the sun got up, I switched over to a chrome one, and it seems like they've been hitting it pretty good. There's a lot of near misses and a lot of swirls. I can feel them, you know, pecking at it and swirling on it. But I think once that sun gets up, it's a better choice than that pearl white. That pearl white, I used it this morning. I like to use it when it's cloudy and, you know, early in the morning when it's low light. But once the sun gets up, I'm switching over to something that's nice and shiny, so that's how I caught that one. Good eats right there. That was on the bottom with this Georgia blade. I just missed a nice one. He followed it back to the boat. So I just dropped straight down and hoping that the bass was going to get it, and the catfish ate it underneath the boat. So they seem to like this Georgia blade. I'm going to keep on going with it here.